Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Foxxy Steve. Today we are tackling the backlog. This is one of the biggest shameful things I have in my backlog. I started this game in 2020, and for some reason or another, I just dropped off. I don't know what happened. And I'm like 5 chapters in. This is Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. If you do not know what this game is, it's a kind of narrative-based whodunit. Kids stuck in a school and somebody's killing each other, and then you gotta go to a trial and figure out who killed who and pick the right person, and then they get killed, or if you pick the wrong person, then you all die. And apparently I didn't even realize that I played so much of this game back in the day that I got close to the end of it. So I said, you know what, let's revisit it. I played some of it on stream yesterday. That's not on YouTube. This will be on YouTube, so you can at least see the finale. Can Steve actually finish a game? You know, I finished Expedition 33 this year. I think that's the only game I finished this year. So let's see if I can finish something else. So it's trial time. And I haven't done these trial mechanics in like 4 years. So let's see if I remember how to even do that. If you like this video, subscribe to it. Well, you know, hit the little like button, share it around. What's in your backlog? Put that in the comments that you need to beat, because I know I'm not the only person with shame in my history. Everybody else has stuff in their backlog too. Damn it, don't judge me. God, I'm already hot. I'm already hot. The AC is on. The door is open. I'm hot. It's been hot all day. Continue. We are in it. We are in it. Let's see here. Let's set some skills. Well, actually, I don't have much I can actually set, I guess. Steadies your aim a little bit. Effective during the non-stop debate and Hangman's Gambit. Can't afford it. Well, I can't really get anything else. That's great. Gotta love it. So we gotta figure out who killed this mystery person. A lot of people are dead already.
Of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Thank you, creepy bear Monokuma.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
It has already been found out that this is like on a being broadcast. According to Monokuma anyway, this is being broadcast out to people. He could be a big fat furry liar.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim.
There's only a handful of us left, and I'm the only one with no alibi.
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Bro, she's literally alive in the room.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
What?
No, that's a ghost!
But she has legs and stuff.
At least these are all fully voice acted, so I can like chill with my voice.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
I mean, he is a special level of dumb, but
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
For crying out loud. Oh, this is gloves.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
I got these scars.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here, and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to... make your argument. Oh, man. Wait, do I not have... Okay.
Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Okay, so that's our sentence. That's our dialogue. So I have to use that bullet? Oh, okay, okay.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
It is idiotic.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Oh boy, how do I shoot the
Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Is it why?
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Shit. Okay, okay.
She was wearing
Gotta
gloves
press the right
before
button.
Explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
Damn it.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Okay, you gotta time it and you gotta aim these things. Okay, okay, I'm remembering.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Uh-oh. Okay, that's not what I need. Oh god.
There is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Exploded all the analysis.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
God
This
damn it.
entire discussion is idiotic.
That Kyoko Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Actually, also, I wonder if I can get this window to be full screen. I can't force it. Okay. Just checking. Okay, the truth bullets. Take damage. Influence gauge reaches 0 at the end of the case. Focus gauge determines how much concentration you can do. By holding down the RB button, you can concentrate and slow down the passage of time. Okay. Okay. Got it. I am here. I am locked in. Okay.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah.
She must have been wearing gloves.
No?
Shoot!
Oh dear.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was
Like
wearing gloves.
his stuff has to be the thing that's dumb. Like, come on.
Yeah,
She must have been wearing gloves.
because that
Give me the
corpse
thi-
is
give me the-
absolutely
Ah!
Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
All right. All right. I gotta lock in.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
I need to lock in.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well,
Yeah, she must have been.
There we go.
No, it's wrong.
Counter. Cross counter.
No. There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain.
Shut up, Tony. I was jamming. Hey, look, the broken clocks and being right 3 times a night or some shit like that, right? I got it eventually. I'm a little rusty. I'm a little rusty.
Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right?
Just relax and watch the anime.
It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
If the gloves don't fit, you must have quit.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been
And
obvious
also-
since she's standing right here.
I'm gonna say also she's talking to us.
Okay, so then,
You fucking
who's
idiot.
the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Who is she? Or they? Or he? Who are they? Sprinklers, exploded body analysis, tattoo on the right hand. Those are my bullets.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so.
The face was scorched.
Beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
And there's nothing else we can do, right?
Okay. All right.
If Kyoko
It's
really
the
is
tattoo,
still alive,
man.
then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition.
Let's see
And there
here.
wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Okay.
Oh, if we can't identify the
We
body.
can identify the body.
No, that's wrong.
Ah. Again, that just flew in my nose. Oh God.
There
Huh.
was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
He's beginning to believe. I
Oh,
can
an
see.
unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it
Fucking
was
music bops, man.
is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh?
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
I have the writing in this game. I forget how unique it is.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
If you consider the tattoo to other information about the victims, and then it should become clear. Fragments, sprinklers, nobody was found, knife tarp. Yeah. The profile.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group
Last
Mukuro
Defense Academy. I don't know what that
belonged
is.
Okay, so
It's like a Phoenix Wright type of thing or something?
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
Kind of like those dudes that killed Liz. The image that represents Fenrir is... What the fuck is this? Is it... I need enough. I need enough. It's a wolf.
Now I understand.
Imagine your brain works like that, like that's how you think, and it's
The
all graphical.
representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast.
I'm just waiting. Jesus Christ. There we go. Just letting Bird know that I'm streaming. Because I know he wasn't interested in watching me do this. Oh, another game. Okay. It kind of rings a bell. Very vaguely, maybe.
He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Fucking Loki.
man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf. Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right.
Oh, okay. It maybe have to be a game I check out in the future then.
Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
After I get through the base Danganronpa games, of course.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
Wow, that's extreme, Tony. But I mean, sure, you go right ahead.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
I will probably fuck it up, but it's okay because I was at the, you know, it's safe, scum, so we'll be all right. Go have fun with Bird. Go frolic in the woods or something, or whatever they do in Texas. Ride horses or eat at, what you have dinner? Whataburger? Have some Whataburger.
If I remember correctly, that other information came from...
Wish I was there.
Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
That's what I'll do to it. All right, well, see ya. You know, you'll be able to check the set on my VOD later if you want to.
Who was she?
Give
Who
your
was
YouTube
Mukuro
channel some play.
Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
That's very, it's like the sinking telegram from Clue.
Usually when there's
Oh.
a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
Da 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 da. You know, I am your sinking telegram. They pow and they shoot her, and then that's just it for like the whole rest of the movie until the end. Like,
So you're saying she
like, who the hell was
wasn't an
that?
important character?
oh,
Which
man,
would
I
mean
should watch
she
Clue
was the
again.
same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Like, I'm not big into plushies. I'm more into figures, but I kind of want a Monokuma. Like, I kind of do.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But
I
remember this.
I might do some research into getting a Monokuma plushie or figure or something.
No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
Okay.
Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record.
Like, Monokuma has, like, secret general manager of Monday Night Raw energy. Like,
The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
They're telling me a story, you know?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
All right, well, oh boy, based on what we know, there can only be 2 suspects. Oh boy. I mean, at this point...
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain.
Hater.
Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
This game does hit the spot, though. I'll tell you, I've been watching a lot of new anime lately, especially yesterday and the day before. A lot of premiering shows, stuff I'm catching up on, and just to have another thing that has that anime vibe to it right now. Perfect.
The gym?
That's right. The 4 of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs.
Also back into Star Trek Discovery, which has got me wanting to play Mass Effect. So, you know, that maybe have to be a thing I do at some point too.
All of which is to say, the 4 of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
It's a problem.
exactly so.
Man, these two, like Togami and Kyoko, just that battle of wits, and my bland ass right in the middle.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place.
I wonder if I can pull off the suit jacket hoodie combo.
Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
It feels like something Usher would wear in like 2008 though.
Whatever you want, somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock.
I smell cookies, but there's no cookies. Oh god, that just means I'm having a fat attack.
So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
It was right after 9 o'clock.
I got it! The body must have been discovered
the brain
at
is
9
working.
a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
It's not overly, my brain's not overly fried from work yet, so it's still working. Well, what time is it? Well, we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now.
He's right. It had to be around then.
I feel like, how does nobody mention, do we not have access to the data room anymore? Can we not get to the security cameras? To like, see? Like, there's a camera in there. Like, how does that not come up yet? That's insane to me. Yo, what's up, Jacob? How you doing, big dog?
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock.
I'm out here just trying to, you know, dig into the backlog. I'm digging deep into the backlog with this one. Started this game like in 2020. Can't remember why I stopped, and of course, in true Steve fashion, it was near the end of the game, so I gotta finish more games. So we're doing it. We're attacking it.
But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around...
I don't know if you're familiar with the Danganronpa games, but they're basically narrative-based adventures where it's kind of like Phoenix Wright back in the day, you know, where you're trying to figure out there's murders happening, you're all trapped in the school, and every time there's a murder, you got to figure out who did it. You know, that's the thing. It's like I gotta try to move away from stuff that doesn't have an ending. Like, you know, just last week I put in almost 60 hours in WWE 2K. Like, I can't. I need to slow down. I'll still play it, but I gotta get through these video games that I have. You know, not to mention stuff coming out on top of that I'm gonna be getting. So like, I'm getting 2 games next week. Like, you know, and I may still buy some more games from the sale, from the Steam sale, some more indie stuff. So I gotta get my shit together. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah, right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. till 7:30. Looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. I think the sprinkler system is going to be the key to this. But what sentence to use it on is going to be
We've
the...
established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
It's very stylish.
So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Oh boy. Yeah, it's very stylish. Like, the music is always on point. The visual, you know, design of it gives a lot of those Persona kind of vibes in terms of style. This is from the... Oh god, what year did this come out? This was okay, clock stopped. This was originally on PSP. If that gives you an idea of the time frame, if I recall. When did this come out? It was like 2010, I think. Yeah, 2010 in Japan on PSP. Came to Android and iOS in 2012. So yeah, it's an older game. And it's one of those games where, like, my buddy Bird was just like telling me about, like, asking me over and over again over the years, like, so when you beat Danganronpa, and I'm like, and the other day I was just like, screw it, let me re-download it, let me catch up to let me look at some summaries to see where I left off at, and yeah, the corpse is totally dry.
We've established a
I'm
time
like,
frame
let
for
me
the
figure
murder.
out where I left off at the story and just knock it out.
Somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
Okay, I think I
and
know
9
where
o'clock in the
to.
morning.
I know where to aim this truth bullet.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Oh, that's not where to aim the truth bullet. Okay, all right, chill.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for
There's
most of
only
that
like
time.
2
Yeah,
places
from
to
10 o'clock
aim it at.
to 7:30.
All right.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto,
Okay,
if
yeah.
you have any
I only have those 2
objections,
time
now would be
frames.
the
Let
time.
me. Okay. So
We've
okay, I
established a time frame
can't
for
use
the
the
murder.
sprinkler system.
It took
So
place
it's
somewhere
gotta
between
be
10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
very Ace Attorney as
Yep.
well.
And Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Okay. All right. It's got to be the other time frame.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between
Try the
10
sprinklers?
o'clock.
Okay. That was my first thought too. Damn it.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew
Oh
such
my.
indecent words?
The mouth down south. I have never heard of a zooch referred to in that way. Holy shit.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Man, you're totally wacko.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
If
a little.
you really think it wasn't the sprinkler,
She's in need of some medication.
you'd better tell us why!
Yeah. It's the freaking body analysis.
I
Oh,
admit
Jesus
nothing.
Christ.
I hate you. No! I don't know anything. Hold on.
Oh. I don't remember how to. I don't remember how to do this part. Oh shit. Influence gauge. During a bullet time battle, you will take damage to your influence gauge whenever your opponent's statements explode. If this gauge was 0, you will fail the case. Tempo marker. This indicates the current tempo. You will have to press buttons in rhythm. Failing to hit a statement in time will count as a miss. If you're able to keep up with the rhythm, you can eventually perform a combo. Get your combo past a certain level, and the rhythm will change, resulting in a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep on missing, that will result in a tempo down. Lock on with the A button. As you continue to match the rhythm, you will have the chance to lock on to an enemy's statement. At this point, press the A button to lock on, and then attack with Y. You can also lock onto multiple statements and destroy them all at once. If you can pull that off, you'll do more damage than if you destroy them one at a time. Oh man, I remember sucking ass at this. As you attack, you'll consume ammo. If you run out of bullets, you'll be forced to reload. Reload is X. Fever time is to activate. Press right bumper to activate fever time, which will consume the focus gauge. During fever time, you will not be required to reload, and the tempo will be forced at its max. Nega time. During the battle, your enemy may activate Nega time. When this happens, the tempo marker will disappear, making it more difficult to match the timing. In addition, their word bombs will explode after a shorter amount of time. Oh man, if your difficulty level is set to kind, Nega time will never occur. I don't know what I have to set to. Pretty set to like normal. Final strike. Once you've destroyed the enemy's influence gauge, they'll deliver their closing remark. Target this statement with a truth bullet, then destroy it by pressing the Y button. If you use the right truth bullet, the statement will be destroyed. But if you get it wrong, you'll take damage, and the enemy will cover some of their... Oh, God. Some of their what? Some of their... You use the bumper to choose. All right. Lock on, reload, attack. Give your time. Okay, I think you just press any button to...
I'm right about this! I hate you! No! I don't know anything!
I failed? What? Uh-oh, nobody believes me. We come to the end of the debate. Adjourned, blackened, and I'm dead.
Is this really the end for all of us?
Yes, give it another shot.
I refuse to give up yet.
Oh man, this is gonna be. All right.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to play me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to play me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to play me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to play me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything. Hold on.
Reload, damn it.
Are you trying to play me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to play me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no!
God damn it. This is so. I'm so bad. All right. I'm getting it. I'm getting back into it. Can we like skip past all of the? There we go.
I refuse to give up yet.
Okay. It's like A and Y. That's the button combo.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me?
Oh my God, dude. What are we doing here?
I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no. I don't know anything.
Well, it's...
Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me?
Final strike.
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
This should prove it.
Oh God. We got there in the end. Had to luck in a little bit, you know?
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
I cannot let this crazy heifer get me murdered.
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
And yeah, when they, just as a context, when they found the body, it had a mask on it, and they didn't know who it was. They went to remove the mask, and the body exploded. And so that's where we're left with this burnt up body.
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because
You threw water on it.
while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah, between 7:30 and 9 o'clock.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
A very short time period.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
That's right.
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Granted, that's when they discovered the body. Well, I mean, yeah, because even though the body would have been moved there, instead of been moved there after the sprinklers were on and off again, so. No idea where she was, except for in my dreams, apparently.
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Oh.
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Oh, man.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
No, music fades.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Oh, my God.
Huh?
You're gonna put me out there like that? That we were tight.
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
It could have been killed somewhere else and moved there.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, yes, the key item. That would be a tarp.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
That's always nice to have a good tarp on hand, you know?
You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what
Protect
the
the
killer
paint in
did.
your car. Or murder.
The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
To start trouble.
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Oh, chill, man. I had bad chili last night. I was just chilling. I was in the bed. Why would Kyoko say that? You know? How about she would have made me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body. Also, if you're Jacob, in my mind, his internal voice sounds like Max Payne. So, but the body.
seems not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. That or Solid Snake. I have to refute what Kyoko said. No dear. Alright. Let me tear that shit apart. Body before the explosion. Loaded body analysis. Fat mix near the dead body.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Touch it. We're getting blood on us.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body.
Oh, I missed.
Of course it didn't get dirty.
Let's see. Can I get it in? No. Oh, that's not very good. The blood on the body hadn't dried yet.
By covering the body with the
So
tarp,
the tarp, I mean, it was
the
still.
killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
I think it's that second to last comment. I'm gonna use the body
By
before
covering
the
the body with
explosion
the
on.
tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Oh boy. Okay.
Shoot!
There's a contradiction in there somewhere.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But
It's
the
gotta be a body
underside of the
before the
tarp,
explosion.
it was totally spotless,
Unless
right?
it's the exploded body
It's
analysis
because
again.
that side was protected from the water.
Let me try it. No.
Shoot!
Oh, come on, brain. I need you to brain for me.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Come on, give me something. It's gotta
By
be
covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
maybe earlier in it.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side
You son of a.
is
You'd
because
have-
the sprinkler
damn it all
got
to
that
hell.
side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
No, I'm gonna try earlier in it. I believe this is
By
the body
covering the
before the
body with the
explosion.
The killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side
For crying out loud. Oh man. Oh, Rick. That's it. Yeah. Nobody believes me.
I refuse to give up yet.
Never give up. See, you gotta work that brain. Oh god. Fragments near to that body were the pieces of the bomb.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer
That's
prevented it
not
from getting wet.
relevant.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water.
No, okay. There's a exploded body analysis for there.
By
Man.
covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
I wish I could look at my case files like at this point, but I can't, I don't think, right? Oh, I can. Explosion has the burnt upper half of the body beyond recognition. Cause this is okay. Right. There were bits of charred debris near the body. It should be noted the bomb, which had been removed from the gym, had disappeared. And then the other bit is the body before the explosion. The corpse had a mask covering its head and a white jacket covering the body. A knife had been thrust into the abdomen with the blood stains around the wound. The body had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was noted, however, that there was no blood on the ground around the body. There should be no blood on the ground around the body because of the sprinklers.
The killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Here?
Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Right, the underside, yeah, the underside would have wet blood. Okay, hold on.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side,
Yo, give me that.
because the sprinkler got that
God
side
damn it.
wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
Shooting the pink words give me more
That
time
side
at
was
least.
protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on
Right,
one
so
side.
it's gotta be. It's not that?
Shoot!
By covering
I
the
got.
body
I think
with
I've got the
tarp,
right truth bullet then, right?
The
The body
killer
before the
prevented it from
explosion
getting
shows
wet.
that. So I'm like, what?
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
Right? Like, which
But the
sentence
underside of the tarp,
is it then?
it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was
Protected from the water.
That's not the sentence either.
Shoot!
Sometimes I feel like it's not just process elimination. Like it's gotta
Covering
be.
the body with the tarp. The killer prevented it from getting wet.
I think we've got the right bullet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
Well, let's wait until the very
The other
last
side of the tarp,
sentence.
it was totally spotless.
There's the exploded
right?
body analysis
It's 'cause that
and the
side was
fragments
protected
near the
from
dead
water.
body, which is from the bomb.
Since it was facing down toward the body,
Of course it didn't get dirty.
Yep, it was the right one. I don't know why. I thought I hit that sentence before, but I guess I missed it.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
Yeah, I thought I hit that one before with that bullet, but I guess I didn't. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad you can go back and like look at the files.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you.
Yeah, it's like, you know, you gotta get the right combo. Even though the logic could work somewhere else, it's gotta fit what they want, you know.
If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Yeah, that's true. Localization can cause issues like that. The blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would
Oh,
they
that's what
get
the-
something like that?
That's where the duct tape comes from.
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office.
How the fuck?
That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
The most outlandish claims. I don't think Kyoko's against me. I think she's just working the case like normal. And I feel like if she believes probably if you follow the evidence, then it will get to the truth and it probably won't land on me. So she's very like analytical that way. There's not really any malice or spite. It's just trying to figure out the facts. But still, like, come on, help me out here. It's very specific, but we do have some evidence for that. They got blood from right there in the garden. Oh, the missing chicken.
I got it!
There was a chicken missing.
Chicken blood?
God damn it. I was like, oh, one less chicken. It's going to be the thing that blows this thing wide open.
What? Chicken blood?
Yeah, somebody killed that goddamn chicken.
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
Oh, man.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
That's pretty messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Rib chicken, little. They should have at least eat. Jesus Christ. This game, by the way, this one here, she's super athletic, and she eats right most of the time. And for some reason, I had a conversation with her, and she just went off about wanting a donut, and she described donuts in the most fucking like sexy way possible. And it made me go out this morning and get a donut. I was thinking about donuts all night. I got one single, I gotta be careful with my sugar, but I got one single donut this morning, damn it. It was amazing.
I wonder if the the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Oh, that was so good, dude. And I put it in the microwave. I made some iced coffee. I had it with that iced coffee. Oh, it was splendiferous.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right?
It was very much a police. It was very much a police breakfast. I didn't even put that together. Oh man. God, my old job, and when I worked in the office, man, it was so hard to like stay in shape because people just brought in free food and fucking donuts, like dozens of donuts every other Friday. I'm like, y'all gotta stop. We have got to stop with this. Just vendor gifts full of chocolate and shit. I'm like, I can't. We can't keep doing this to ourselves. Just had a red vine. Oh man, I haven't had those in forever.
But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
Yeah, red vines. Okay, not like Twizzlers, but like real red vines.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene.
Sometimes I miss candy,
Maybe
but I
they
got
covered the coat in blood beforehand.
Yeah, but that's okay. I got some zero sugar Jolly Ranchers, which I think it might be the thing that's messing me up though. Whatever they use for their sugar like substitute, I think isn't agreeing with me. Yeah, I can't handle candy. Like, it's got to be extremely small amounts of that stuff. Like, well, you know, diabetes is nothing to play with. I got my sugar levels down and almost all of my ailments went away. So,
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
like, it's almost like I've got my life back. Like, it's crazy. That's why I'm driving to Chicago. Because normally I wouldn't do that by myself. But, like, I feel so much better. I feel so much more, like, reliable that I can do that.
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Yeah, it was on backwards.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off
shocking.
at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
Criminals do this type of shit only in, like, TV shows. Like, all the true crime podcasts I watch, the criminals usually aren't this smart. and they usually write about their crimes. Like, the podcast I listen to, the Casual Criminalist, is always, they release some merch, little notebook about your, it's like your crimes. Because they always, like, write about their crimes. It's like all the things you don't do. Rule number 1, don't write about your crimes. Like, rule number 2, don't tell your family about your crimes. Like, rule number 3, don't do your crimes, like, around your house. Yeah, I think they do have a standard audio podcast. Yeah, The Casual Criminalist. The host is Simon Whistler. We call him Fact Boy because he has, like, 1 million YouTube channels about various different things. Everything from geography to politics to interesting places to outer space, true crime, just random, like, dark things in history. So The Casual Criminalist is his true crime one. So on YouTube, and I believe it's on podcast services. And he basically, one of his writers hands him a script that he hasn't seen yet. And he will read it for the first time on the air. So that way he reacts to it the same way you do. And it's so fun to watch it because, you know, there's like little rants and little like tangents that lighten the mood and stuff like that. So it's not just darkness all the time. So yeah. Just subbed on YouTube. Yeah, he's got, dude, I'm subbed to so many of his YouTube channels because I'm just so curious about so many things. And so he's got so many interesting channels. Last podcast on the left. I heard of that one. And case file true crime. I'm gonna look into it. I had to take a break. I was looking at so much true crime stuff that it was just too much like dark things. And I looked, and what was the last one? Whichever one I looked at last was so fucked up, and it was one of the big serial killer ones or something like that. That I just had to take a break. I was like, this is a lot. What was it? It was like, it wasn't the Menendez brothers. It was something that was like, it had layers to it, and it was insane.
But to pull all that off,
They're based in Australia. I'll take a look.
wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
I get used to new podcasts.
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Oh yeah, I primarily listen to a lot of like, I'm just all over the board. Like a lot of D&D stuff. I listen to a lot of actual play tabletop RPG stuff. And then I also look at a lot of car stuff, like car videos and things like that. And I look at geography, I look at space stuff, I look at historical things. I'm just all over the board. I'm just so curious about everything. Yeah. Yeah, like video games are in there, but like it's just a small snippet, right? So, like for Kind of Funny, of course, it's KFGD. I pretty much consume everything Kind of Funny puts out, for the most part. But then, yeah, in between all that stuff, yeah, it's just because my day is so, you know, it's here at this desk, looking at work stuff, and it's pretty boring. So I have time to just listen to everything. I don't listen to every games cast. It depends what the topic is. If it's like a review of something interesting or some cool like topic, I like the shit list a lot. If they do that, then I'll tune in. Usually not live though. I usually don't watch it live. I just let that cook and come back to it later because those are evergreen. You know. And then I do like the movie stuff. I consume a lot of movie things. So I like the in reviews. I like the in reviews when it's a bad movie because then it gets really unhinged and that's fun to watch. That's always an interesting thing for me is when the movie is terrible because I can just watch them suffer through it, which is interesting. And I don't gotta watch it. Like I'm the like Madam Web and that kind of shit. Like Venom, that was hilarious, and I did not have to watch that movie to see it. You know what I mean? Like it was great.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall,
But yeah,
did you two stay together from that point on?
There we go. I'll let that stuff cook for a while, then I come back to it. I don't watch it live usually, because then I'll use that time to watch my car videos or historical stuff, the space stuff, the TTRPG stuff, Critical Role, High Rollers, you know, that kind of stuff. I've been listening back a lot to our own D&D stuff that we played, so I've been doing a lot of that too, just listening back to the stuff we've played already. It's interesting when you listen back to it and connect it all quickly like that. Make it one big story. I usually skip our combat and go right to the end, to the how do you want to do this part of it. And it's like, look at us telling a story. We told a story. Like I just listened to one where my character looked at a great old one and lost his mind, lost his memories. And we just did a whole sequence where he got his memories back, and it was like really sweet, and I hugged my compatriots. It was great. It was a great time.
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
That's not the...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
Man, oh my god. You saw me in, like, bed. Like, you saw me. I saw you.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
I would have been like, why were you in front of my bed last night? Can we talk about that? They said in my old podcast when they were audio only, and it would take 2 hours. And I basically don't listen back to anything I make. I mean, I feel it. I feel it. I let some time go by. I'm what they call the wise man for our D&D group. So I usually do listen back and take notes so I can make sure the lore is what it needs to be. So I like to just, you know. And also I like to, like, I oftentimes will critique how I role play to try to improve on, like, my improvisation and stuff like that. So I listen to it for that too. Especially like with my own stuff that I run as a dungeon master. I do a lot of critiquing on that stuff. I have a hard time listening back to the stuff I run because I'm like super judgmental of it. Yeah, like TTRPG, man, like that stuff. I'm not gonna lie, like TTRPGs probably saved my life. Like it probably saved my life getting into TTRPGs. You know, like it came in at the right time. Yeah, like it's a creative outlet, and really when it hits, when it's firing on all cylinders, for me, it is the most satisfying thing creatively I've done. When it is like at its top tier, like it is some of the most satisfying shit I've ever experienced. So I just can't let that go. And it just came at the right time of like my mom passing away and COVID happening and all this stuff, and it was just a really hard time. And you know, you don't want to. They say you don't want to use like D&D as like your therapist, and you shouldn't. And it wasn't that, but it was cathartic. It was a place to escape to. Yeah, being in person, like we started in person with a podcast, and then COVID and life kind of broke that up, and then some of us reconvened online, and since we were all doing it online, they made it way more convenient, and we just kept finding ways to refine how we play online and make it smoother and quicker, and to a point where we were playing like 2-3 times a week sometimes in the same campaign. That was getting crazy. And then other people started running, and I started running, and so then we were doing different campaigns all throughout the week. Like for a while there, I was in 3 different D&D games in the same week. It's just so easy to just hop into Discord, get into your virtual tabletop, and just go. I turn my camera on, and we just go for it. So that's how we were able to stick together. We did like 201 sessions of the campaign that went all the way through and finished. So like, man, it's so crazy. Like I was those characters for so long that when I hear their names and other things, I respond to it almost like it was my name being called. Like that's how much we were doing it. Oh hell yeah, like whenever you want to start that TTRPG content, just let me know. I will figure it out. I want to be involved in some way, for sure. And I also want to be on Webnu as well. I got so many things I nerd about. You know, I could nerd about so many different things. Hell, I even talk about the pro wrestling podcast that I listen to. Like, next week, sure. I mean, you could do. I don't have to do wrestling. I could do cars. I could do TTRPGs. I could do, you know, you name it almost, and I could do it. So. I could do, you know, podcasting, video creation, you know, whatever. I'll talk TTRPGs. There's so many interesting things happening. I can talk about the thing I'm working on. Yeah, let's do that one. Look at us. Look at this. We're planning things while I'm streaming this game. Incredible. That's called multitasking, people. Disguised dead body has been added to the truth bullet section.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one.
I've been paying attention.
Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
Oh, hey, Bird. The AC died in the hotel room. Oh, hell no. God, it's like dead AC follows you around. Oh, you got battling on tomorrow? Cool. Somebody makes controllers. That's cool. Moving to a different room. Okay, very good. Very good. No worries. I'm still fairly early on in the trial process.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide?
We were just
Let's
booking the
flip a coin.
podcast, so don't worry.
50-50 odds.
Oh yeah, yes, sounds good, Jacob. I'm excited. Excited for that.
Oh!
What? No, it's a coin.
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, it's a bad idea. Just enjoy your
Not
gummy.
that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
Oh, that's so dark. Hey, Emily Nova 93, how's it going? Welcome in. I am tackling Danganronpa. I'm digging through my backlog basically, and this game was in it for a very long time. I had gotten quite a ways in, and then suddenly stopped for whatever reason. So it was time to jump back in, and I didn't realize I was towards the end. But welcome to the channel. You know, the only rule here is to be cool and be kind to people. I play a variety of games, so you know, if you stick around, there's a lot of different games I like to play. I'm gonna be focusing on a lot of indie games, but there'll be some big games in there too, and whatever else, other shenanigans I get up to. Yeah, we'll figure it out. He's doing TTRPG stuff. I'm gonna be just talking about TTRPGs on Norm Uses this podcast next week. Stuff I nerd about.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right?
Yeah, missed that. I was just gushing about how I'm re-listening back to Death Magnetic. Bird got us the Dungeon Master for that campaign, Jacob. And oh, and Draw Steel comes out in a couple of weeks. Oh yeah. I've been thinking about that one too, and I've been watching Daggerheart actual plays, and the system, and I've been looking up some rules for it and everything, and the system feels like something that would be for me. I can see how it may not be for a lot of people though, because it's still there's a lot of improv in there. I mean, it does have a lot of mechanics and rules that govern it, but there's also a lot of loosey-goosey in there, so that some people may not appreciate. So I'm interested in trying it out for sure though. Start next month. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to try that in one of those improv things too next time. Monster of the Week game. Yeah, so I saw the short from you guys doing the last like improv thing. That shit was hilarious.
According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back.
I mean, they went for it. My God. What a custom artwork for streamers and content creators and reasonable prices. You want to do some of your work? Well, I'm not really in the market for custom artwork at the moment.
So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
But much respect, though, obviously, to all the to artists out there, because we need more artists to do real work and not this AI garbage. But yeah, I'm not in the market right now for getting stuff made up, though. Oh, I see what's happening here. If I could just get, if I could, I got a plan off of. I gotta get to my controls. Incredible. There we go. I had to ban that bot. Get that bot out of here. There we go. Account created 9 minutes ago. Get out my face. Get that shit out of here. Ow. Couldn't even grace me with a fake follow, you know what I'm saying? I'm 10 followers away. One of these days, I might do like a follower drive to get to 200. Just do a nice long day of streaming something. Yeah, that's the fucked up thing is this knife was in my room before, so this is very unfortunate that it's a part of this crime scene. Yeah, do you need artwork and get viewers with nonsense? I mean, it's wild. Like when I started streaming, this wasn't a thing where you have bots that come in and like respond to what you say and shit. That was a fucking bot, bird. That's insane, right? Incredible.
We gave to Makoto?
Yes, the knife.
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Believe me. I'll kill you. Please believe me.
Then why did you hide
Please
that fact?
Believe me.
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
It's just that I hid it. No. I couldn't be sure what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
You son of a bitch. Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
Okay, here we go.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It's true.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just a lot of dialogue here.
Once that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Huh, we don't know how the body... Well, the knife was there, but we didn't really get a chance to determine... Yeah, we didn't get it... I mean, they discovered the body, and the body had the knife through it. But that does not mean that's how they were actually murdered.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it?
So I'm gonna go with the exploded, the disguised dead body thing.
If he did have that knife before...
And I'm gonna shoot it.
That seals it! Makoto did it!
Just because I had the knife once? That automatically
Yeah, it could have been
makes me the
post-mortem,
killer?
yeah.
Well, getting
Stabbed is what killed her.
Bingo.
No, it's wrong.
Suck it.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Man, I feel so smart when I do that the first time. I feel like a big brain.
lies! We never talked about what killed her!
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Yo, what's up, Dex? How's it going?
Okay, fine. So what?
Yeah, got the big brain today. We're gonna get this murder figured out, damn it.
So, when we discovered the body,
Dex is looking around looking for you. You make it sound like you owe Dex
the knife
money.
had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
It'll be so much money. Oh shit.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
And I appreciate the support. I appreciate y'all stopping by, hanging out while I try to beat another game this year. Oh shit! He's gonna be Dex is the ops. He's coming for you. And the victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see. Yep, let's take a look at the files. They also have been struck in the head with an object about thick as a metal pipe. There were other wounds as well, but they were several days old.
I got it! The Monokuma
Get back to the file,
clearly
damn it.
states that there was only one stab wound.
That's just like Debo from Friday. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I took that chain, too. Yeah, my mama gave me this.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
How'd you go? You gonna cry in the car. It's like... Oh, man.
And the knife.
God, I've seen the Friday movies so many times. They just get progressively worse as they go, but I've seen them all, like, so much. Friday one is, like, the best. It is the best one. It's an absolute classic. It's a hood classic all day long. It belongs in the Criterion Collection. No one believes me, but I say it belongs in the damn Criterion Collection. It goes right in that closet that you pick the movies from. And like, you know, Martin Scorsese goes in there and he's like, ah, yes, Friday. I love this one. He puts it in his little bag. Oh, Fifth Element is one of my favorite of all time. That's one of my all-time favorite movies, man. I can quote Fifth Element every other day. I love that movie. No, because this is bomb. All the wants to go. Let's play some bomb detectives. Like I love the fucking song, the the diva sequence. Oh man.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
Yeah, I mean, do that again. Do what you just did. The stones are in me. Had to be uncomfortable. I'm thinking that had to be uncomfortable. Like what? Oh, you're distracting me. Oh shit.
Draw attention away from what actually killed him.
Yeah, I think so too.
Exploding the body afterward was probably
No,
meant to
you're
do
fine.
the same thing.
You're fine, Jacob. But look how far she flew. Look how far that one. That's the crazy girl. She should have been dead being that close to the explosion. She got up, no injuries. That's insane.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed him. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
Yeah, youngsters can bounce back. Yeah, they just get right back up.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward.
Oh, you beat this game forever ago? Oh man, Dex. Yeah, I started this in 2020, and for whatever reason, life, whatever, something else took my attention away from it, and I never got back to it. And sure enough, and Bird, one of my good friends, kept on telling me year after year, when you playing Danganronpa, when you're getting back to it. And the other day, I was just stuck here, I couldn't decide what to do with myself or anything. I'm like, you know what? Let's get back to this backlog. Let's re-download Danganronpa. Let's catch up to where I was at and finish this thing. So I didn't even realize I was this far in, this close to the end of this game.
They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh yeah, I plan to play the other ones after this as well. Those are going to be on the docket because I have them now. I have access to them, and I'm going to get to them.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
Timid bird, shut up. You did this to me.
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
This guy would have been guy punched in the throat already. You know, I could not deal with this guy.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I know we finally got to the explosion.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion.
This dude is so dumb. Like, I love how stupid he is. Ace Attorney, got it. You know, I did play and beat the first. I played and beat the first Ace Attorney. I don't remember if I finished the second one. Cause I think the second one, you had like your assistant was like a ghost in that one because she died or something. It was like really sad. It was like really, really sad. The end of that first game. I can't remember anymore. That's another series that I need to get back to.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her we won't make any headway on this.
Like, I've never owned any of the Ace Attorney games. I have no access to any of them at this point. I think there's a collection on the Switch, though, if I remember correctly. A great game on DS emulator. Unfortunately, I don't have an Android device, so I've got an iPhone. I know. But you know, there's other ways to acquire such things. Oh, it's on Steam? Oh shit! I don't know if it's on sale. I think Capcom is having a big sale of some kind, along with the summer sale. Well, okay, they got the trilogy. The trilogy is on sale for $10. And then there's an anthology for $30? I don't know what the difference is there. Yeah, less than $10 for that, which is great. I mean, great amount. It'd be perfect for the Steam Deck as well. Okay, so the anthology is like that's like everything. Oh, because you get Apollo Justice with it. Okay. Man, $30. I mean, that's a lot of games for $30, though. We'll say that. That's a lot of games for $30. Yeah, that's 6 games. Oh, fuck, the time! Oh, shit, Tony. The time! I forgot the time was ticking down. Oh, shit. Oh, I put the wrong thing. Oh, no, I wasn't focused. Ah! I wasn't paying attention. I forgot about the timer. Get to the key item.
I got it.
Oh, shit.
After the explosion, we
Stop
found
the clock.
a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Ooh, boy.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
I got super distracted.
That's only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part
That's
of
okay.
all.
I'm gonna knock this out. I'm gonna knock it out, guys. Don't worry.
Oh, then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the
Man,
minute.
I gotta get a Monokuma. Like, if that's the one plushie I buy, it might be a Monokuma.
They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Yeah, these trials are crazy.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
I like them because they're voice acted, so I don't have to speak out loud as much.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. It had to have been like a blow to the head, I think. It's the only bullet I've got.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Nope.
Yes.
Well, yeah. She was
Well,
already totally dead when that happened.
True.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
No, those were old. Those were old. Okay.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Base.
She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Let me fucking what? Oh my god.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
I can do this.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I just want to shoot. What? Oh my Christ. Right? Like I'm trying to get it. This could be the way wrong one, but I at least want to knock it out of the
The
contention.
victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
I think it also might be the knife comment. Like we haven't ruled out the knife.
She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right?
Okay, so at least that's out of the contention of what this could be.
Then shall we continue the debate?
I would love to be able to kind of fast forward a little bit through these,
Injury has yet to be determined,
but
correct?
it's better I don't.
Kill her for sure.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
Unless they were.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah.
Here we come on.
According to the Monokuma file,
I
gotta be it. There was evidence
I don't think
she was
so.
hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire
okay,
body.
it's not that. So.
Shoot!
Oh dear. Okay. All right.
Then shall we continue?
Hold on. Is there a fast forward? So the controls, aim, silencer. Oh, there is.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Okay.
Shoot!
Yeah.
Then
Here's.
shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has...
Because let's take a look here at our Monokuma file, right? Due to the explosion has burnt the upper half of the body beyond recognition. The upper half of the body remained on fire, and it'll be extinguished as the upper half was soaking wet, while the body remained dry. That's what we have in our Monokuma file. File number 5. Yeah, here we go. They were dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but they were several days old.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Yeah, it could be the first one.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that,
the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Okay.
then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Oh.
Shoot!
Oh dear. Okay, so I think we've...
Then shall we continue the debate?
The victim's fatal...
The explosion didn't kill her.
Not the explosion.
Yeah.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then
Not the
there's
knife.
only one-
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back
Wait,
of her
what?
head.
What did I miss?
Shoot!
Oh, I got one more chance. No, I don't. Okay. What did I miss? I thought I... Huh.
I refuse to give up yet.
I can't give up now. He rewinds time. There's only one bullet. It's just the Monokuma file. And it's got to do with the blow in the back of her head, right? I mean, I think we've hit.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
So that's not it.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
That's not it.
Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that
I
happened.
thought I tried the knife one, but let's try it now. Nope, not the knife one. Not the knife one.
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal.
The explosion didn't kill her.
Well, yeah.
Explosion, knife,
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There
back
was
of the
evidence that
head.
showed
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across
Countless
her entire
wounds?
body.
No. Okay, we tried that one too. Right? It's got to be one of them. So clearly I'm missing
Then shall we
one of
continue
them.
the victim's fatal injury has yet to be
The
determined.
explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well,
Yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right?
Not the knife.
There's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
It's not that. Okay. Okay. We did the knife. Did the back of the head.
then shall we continue? The victim's
Fatal injury.
We did the fatal injury.
Correct.
I'm just knocking them out, basically. Knife, back of the head didn't work. Killing didn't work.
Then shall we continue the debate?
debate. The victim's fatal.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
No explosions a no-go.
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal.
The explosion didn't kill her.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? There's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
What the hell could it be?
Shoot.
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal.
The explosion didn't kill her.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right?
And I already hit the knife.
There's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. That's
Like-
gotta be it.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire.
I'm not going crazy, right?
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her.
Pretty sure I clicked on countless wounds before.
And it wasn't because of the knife. There's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah.
I know I did explosion.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
No, it's not that one either. Does it do that? Does it like add? But can you do that?
I refuse to give up yet.
Oh God, 2 minutes. Oh shit. Oh, shit. I'm pretty sure I've hit every option. Like, I'm
Then
befuddled
shall we
right now.
continue the debate?
Hold on. We have all these other things. We have the fake notes we talked about. We talked about the tattoo, the fragments, the sprinklers, the knife. The titanium arrows. We haven't even talked about the bloody duct tape or anything yet. Like, we haven't even gotten there. I'm not sure. I mean, everything they're saying, I'm not sure what the contradiction is here. The victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife. Doesn't confirm that that was what killed them. Also been struck in the head with a metal with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. Don't know what the actual object is. And the body was covered with wounds, but they were several days old, so that wasn't what killed them. We haven't gotten a clue that could be the object. We got these arrows, bloody duct tape.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
That's insane.
Then shall we continue? The victim's fatal
Let's start from the
injury
beginning.
has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for
Oh,
sure.
incredible.
Well,
Yeah.
Unless there's anything else here I can do. If you choose the wrong statements with bullet, you see here influence gauge is 0, the focus gauge, concentration, slowing down time, fast forward, weak spots. When the character is talking, some text may appear in yellow. This is their weak spot. Or it's a potential lie. Multiple weak spots may appear, and it's up to you to figure out which one is right and attack it. Yeah. There's nothing else to it. Your silencer, you can eliminate white noise with your silencer by targeting the A. Your timer will increase. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not missing anything here. So yeah, we're just gonna have to start. We're gonna have to just go thing by thing, I guess, because I'm at a loss here.
then shall we continue the victim's fatal injury?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Okay. We're gonna lose hearts, but hey.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury.
The explosion didn't kill her.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't me because of the
Knife,
knife.
no.
There's only one other.
Oh, yeah. According to the... That's gotta be it. There was
doesn't
evidence
do
that
it.
showed...
And more than that, the victim had suffered
Countless wounds across her entire body.
I'm pretty sure I've hit every single one of these. Like, what am I?
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be
Determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
Wait, what
And it
the hell is
wasn't
that?
me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the
Oh,
victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I just did a thing. Wait a minute.
Then shall we continue the debate?
Something.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already totally...
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right?
Is that? Oh, so you can take. Okay. All right. I
Then shall
understand.
we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The victim's fatal
The explosion
injury.
didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Well, yeah. She was
Okay.
already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because then there's only...
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
What? No, God damn it.
And more than that,
That's so weird. I don't think this was in the controls. Right? Like, why? Like, holding Y was not. Truth bullet flashback. Okay, if you target a weak spot, then hold down the Y button. You can use that weak spot as a temporary truth bullet later in the argument. These flashback bullets will disappear as soon as you use them or switch to another truth bullet. Okay, I need to use that.
then
Okay.
shall we continue the debate?
Okay.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't me because then...
Oh, yeah. That's
gotta be it. There was evidence
That showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that,
The victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire
Okay.
body.
I got it.
then shall we continue the debate? The victim's
Fatal injury has yet
to be determined.
Bingo. Okay. That's crazy. That feature was not in the instructions.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
At first. Well, actually, no, it wasn't just the instructions. I just didn't read all the way, so I'm an idiot. But hey, I figured it out. Hooray.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
We got there. We got there in the end.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
No, this person was like a soldier of war. Those wounds probably
good
they
point.
got from like
If they were
merc
old,
work.
I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
And there lies the rub. What is the murder weapon?
Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal
Yeah,
pipe.
coming back to finish games is tough. It's like, how do I play this again?
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
No, it's
How is that
nothing.
even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
It's not the pickaxe.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
Jesus Christ.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground and spit on it.
Yeah, she's a wacko. She's a whack job.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
All right.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Her titanium arrows. She is. I thought she was gonna be gone like forever ago. I think those are titanium freaking arrows.
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Like, yeah, titanium is that's either a trim level of a 2010s Ford vehicle, or it's these arrows. You know what I'm saying?
Arrow. That's what the Cobra attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed.
The
There's
top
no
trim level
doubt
usually
about it.
too. Titanium. You get the infotainment screen in there. You get the heated seats for the titanium like Ford car. I don't have that one. I have an SE, so I get power windows. That's what I got in mine.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, but there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. Okay. Blade duct tape, wood block key, titanium arrows. We got bullets. We're gonna use them.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master. You have no right!
It was just that titanium arrow won't be nearly thick enough, which is why they used...
The titanium arrow.
I think they used
It was in the dojo locker,
a bunch of them together.
I
They
have
duct
no
taped
doubt
them together.
That was the murder weapon.
That's what they did.
Sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
It said the weapon must have been about as thick. It seems like an arrow would just be too thick.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, they would have duct taped a bunch of them together at the same time and just go whack.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
I have worked at a GameStop in sketchy neighborhoods. I know about fashioning weapons together to protect yourself.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe.
Man, this music.
And that's exactly what the killer did.
You're doing, you're doing the same groove motion, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, you'd say one brain cell.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
Hey, this is good. I want this stuff is on Spotify.
One stick is weak, but put them together and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
That's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Oh God.
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker,
Like this guy's punishment is that she's attracted to him.
it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Well, Kyoko, we found the wet black key in your room, so...
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we,
Oh, Kyoko, I hope you didn't really do this. She's like one of my favorite characters.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I know what that evidence is. It's the wood black key.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because it was in your room.
I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just, there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something.
Tell me that you love me.
Last night, you were in my room, weren't you?
Finally, it's coming out.
Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
Meow? She was protecting me. Does that mean she protected me from them? And she came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it.
Right back in it.
Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
Uh-oh. What? Should know better than anyone? What does that mean? Oh shit! What's happening here? We have one bullet, which means it may need to be a flashback situation.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Give her room key. Yeah. This would mean
those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer.
He would have had to
You
put the thing in
understand
there.
that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence and then left the locker key in my own room. But could I really have done that?
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone who...
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never
Okay.
hide something from...
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
No!
Flashback bullet, bitch.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Why not?
Because she didn't have the key to her room.
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Oh, he's getting a little sweaty.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
He's getting a little mom spaghetti. No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie. This just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Uh-oh. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Is there something deeper hidden than what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mission of the school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us. The mastermind's trap. The mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko, but what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... Uh-oh. The mastermind's trap? The victim was Makuro? And Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. Am I the only one who knows it's a lie? Am I the only one who can expose it? But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger. I am the danger. But if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? So she's betting everything on solving this mystery. Yeah, no pressure, right? Oh, man. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, no, don't do this to me. Ah! Oh man, but we could have a future together, guys. We could have I see a future where we have a little detective agency together, you know? we have his and hers lunch bags in the fridge. Be like, let it go. Oh man, I feel like letting it go is the right thing to do. Yeah, like run away, like that. Run away. That doesn't work for me. Any other situation, you would pursue the lie. I think in this situation, with how special things are in this case, I think letting it go is the right move. We're letting it go. We're gonna see how this plays out. If she screws me, then well, if we all die. That's right. There's no way she would kill someone. I'm not blinded by the cooter, damn it. Makoto is not blinded by the cooter. He is using his brain, okay, and not his head. He turns around and just turns and runs. There has to be some secret here, something that has to do with Mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned. Like, I get it, you're like, you know, you're a teenager, you got your hormones going, but this isn't love, damn it, we're using logic.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it.
Why are you sweating, buddy?
I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, that it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time.
It's true.
I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What? It had to be Makoto, right?
No.
I don't see any other option.
Right? Like, he's such an asshole. Like, I'm so sick of this guy. Well, I want to take his glasses off and step on him.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
You know, Kyoko sure is quiet right now.
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you?
I think Monokuma has something to do with all this. Oh, look at that outie.
Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial.
It's a trap.
Kyoko even said it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
This is a setup from the word go.
Okay, time's up.
It's a trap.
Huh?
Time's up. Class trial's all over. Everyone can stop talking now.
Okay, all right, buddy.
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time.
Oh, he's so full of shit.
So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
Voting time?
This is highly irregular. I may just be a small town chicken lawyer, but I think something weird's going on here.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right
What you mean,
choice
blackened?
or
Okay.
the
I
dreadfully
made that.
wrong one?
I only made the joke one time. I can do it again.
Hey, hold on! What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
What? Okay, all right. Excuse the hell out of you. I will fight you. There's gotta be some fighting game mechanics in here, right? Like, come on, let me get a parry. You think I'm the killer? We're gonna all die. We're gonna all die because of you idiots. Sorry, man.
Sorry.
It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
That's my, here's my mic. Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. No, that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense.
Shing!
It's the same as always, just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it the same way.
Thrills, chills, kills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I? Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
You got, oh my god. Ah! Oh my goodness. You've got to be kidding me. Ah! How'd you even set me up in this thing in the first place? Wait a minute. Oh my god. No fucking shot, man. Great, you get to explain to me how I'm gonna get pulverized. That's just wonderful. Oh my god. Something, please. Something! Somebody! Man, use those scrawny arms. Get out of there. Do something. This is what I get for trusting her. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. No, not like this. Not like this. Chihiro. No, that's alter ego. Oh. Oh. Ah! Well, I'm still gonna die. That's blunt force trauma to the head. That's not a good way to go. Am I gonna end up in the trash heap? It's so weird to be like in a scene, but I'm not there. What's this? What's going on? Hey, what was that? Yeah, it had to be.
This is
Alter ego. Alter ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell, I don't believe this.
It would seem...
You finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
In other words,
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit. In a way, that's even better than that's an even better special punishment. Yeah, no. Add a little bit of evil laughter in there. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Yep, down to the floor he goes. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all of this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words,
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
so
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. What the fuck? I thought I got like a bad ending or something. Like, oh shit. Oh man, okay. Oh, introspective monologue voice. Hang on. Hold on. Let me hydrate. Whew. Oh man, I was on the edge of my seat. That whole the massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. This is the beginning of the game. They said if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. Don't they know? There's a great Alter Bridge song called All Hope Is Gone. There are two things you need to attend this school. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. That's right. And Makoto was like, why am I here? I'm a farmer. I'm a farmer with a shotgun. What am I doing here at this school? He was the best at being bland, I think is what it was. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school, filled with the ultimate students, was me. He had the sharpest hair of everybody there. Literally, he had pointy bits on it. No, what? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting atop a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? There wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. Oh, what the heck is going on? Oh. Final time unknown. Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And then, I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell, because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. His inner monologue voice is just like a 45-year-old, smoker. What an awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern. with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash is piled all high across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck there until I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter ego saved me. That was a whole emotional thing with like Chihiro and the alter ego stuff and all that before that. This game had some real like heavy emotional things going on to it that I did not see coming when I first started playing it. And he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. See, I got that high-pitched, like, anime pro-tag voice happening. They're doing pretty good. Dungeon Master, by the way. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up, let's just start looking for a way out of there. Okay. The hell is that? That's a rocket and a tank. I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Oh yeah, that's stuff from previous executions. Well, first thing I'm gonna do is look at that door. That's what I should be doing. Locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't gonna be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. I gotta be sure which liquids I can drink, and which ones are an all-around bad idea. Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up. Because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. Like John Cena. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was get up and turn off the air conditioner because I'm really cold. I'll be right back. The temperature outside finally dropped from the blistering heat of the 90s to something more comfortable like in the 73s with a cloudy sky that reminds me of darker times. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I was in my monologue voice still. So, yeah, it got cooler outside. So it was like 73. So, I was feeling a little nippy in here. So I said, well, let me turn that AC off for now. Save some energy. I'm just going to get hot all over again. I have this 49-inch super ultra-wide monitor. And it's really cool in that it's what it is. But it's not that cool because it's really fucking warm and it puts off a lot of heat. And OLED monitors don't put off that much heat. So maybe I do swap this out for OLED, Anyway, back to it. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. Man, this is the way to move. Like, man, I remember those days. I'm hungry as hell. There's like not much food in the house. What to do? Go to sleep. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. Life hack. You don't need to eat when you're sleeping. I'll save that ramen for another day. Thank you very much. College. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. Crunch. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched a pile of garbage jostle, formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over here? Something fell from above. A bag full of poop. What could it have been? Well, we'll dig into the garbage now. Now they're gonna call me Garbage Boy. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. Oh my gosh.
Smells awful.
Oh shit, this guy, she's got a ramen on her head. Got a little cup noodle there. I could use that. Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. A 9mm. Oh, okay, food and water. That'll work too. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk when you're finished. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way toward my stomach. Damn, now I'm a little hungry. All I've eaten today is like soup. So I'm kind of wanting some like food. My stomach finally doesn't hurt. Phew, that really hit the spot. It's like, I don't think there's anything here. What is burgers? I'll figure it out. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at.
Hmm?
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. But Kyoko, why do you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or no, to atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, it's not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason I had to survive. Let's dig deeper into that. Reaction. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive. I hope it's voice acted.
In other words...
It's not. It's so that I can do what I came to this school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Host Peak Academy for one very important reason. Reaction. So you have some reason for coming to Hope Peak?
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did. Once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot? But that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory? That's impossible. Amnesia? My eyes! And it's really true, you lost your memory? Oh, that was the monologue voice. You lost your memory? Boss. Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the time? Oh, sorry. Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing. You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all of that?
Hey,
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that, we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Well, I just got raspy. Plus, there's always a chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind, one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were the least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but I see. I'm a real rube. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Man, this music almost sounds a little Bloodborne-y, but this predates Bloodborne. It's just like the dream I had before, but what did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember. But at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. That sounds about right. I mean, I could have guessed that. The ultimate detective?
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone? Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Oh, bombshell. Because he's my father. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Oh, we're getting some dank lore now, folks. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster? Then that explains when Alter Ego told us he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way.
Huh?
No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
So,
Kyoko? What's going on? More flashbangs. My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. Well, that makes sense.
However...
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear, so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there?
So...
A sexy party. The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess. The desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. I fought my way through that sentence. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. Is this some kind of map? Oh, sorry, my inner monologue voice came out for a second. Is this some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Makuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. Oh my god, yo, I'm actually getting like a super hunger pain right now. So when we went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. Oh my god. So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized, oh god. Whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. Seriously? Because we've had people die in like crazy ways. Well, what do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself. And I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important and really ominous. Do I have... I don't have access to the system yet, do I? I do. Did it save? Did I get... Okay. Interesting how, I guess maybe it's a memory thing, because like why do you keep making me click on her?
However...
Of course, once I got to the second floor dorms, there were no cameras, no monitors, which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It has to do with Makuro Sakaba, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then who did kill her?
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Makuro Sakaba is Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
No, it's the trap, man. Come on. I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. Yeah, and there's the regulations right there.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? Well, that makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by school regulations.
hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Makuro Isakaba. What's that? There's a point where Makuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. What if it were you hanging up on this wall? If it were you in that sandwich, you'd be laughing at all. Sorry, it's a little McDonald's. Anyway, I could have been the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? You mean that night when Murder Rey Mysterio came to assault me? I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the God of Death. What? I can hear the God of Death as he moves. Man, they would love you at Final Destination. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway,
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
correct.
I ran into your room and saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the master assailant was, they ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind, an attempt to use the class shot to eliminate me. Ooh, man. I am feeling really... Give me a moment. I'm dedicated to finish this tonight, but I'm gonna pause the recording and go make a bowl of soup real quick, just to put something on my stomach because I'm a little lightheaded. So I'll leave you on this screen here. All right, and we're back. Like, I may need to do less less voice acting because I am flummoxed. This means whoever killed Makuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. But doesn't that create another contradiction? The contradiction. It's a good song. The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. They're literally interfering. It's not just Makuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean? What does it mean, Kobe Bryant? It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. The music faded out. Something big's about to happen here. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. There's no doubt that Makuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
I think it's 3 people from what I saw on the chalkboard. Oh God. This guy had a crazy deja vu. Something in the Matrix must have just changed. If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. We're talking about, oh, what happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that?
It would seem
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. And they're, make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to get through this. That is the ultimate despair. That is our real enemy. 9/11? That's the end of chapter 5. To be continued. Yay, I got an item. I got a trophy. And yes, I would like to save. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. The same people who put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. Man, what tragedy was it? Was it Hulk Hogan and his friends killing WCW? The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now...
Anyway...
Yeah, but it got this horrible place. Yeah, you're right. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna save it one more time. Chapter 6, baby. And, yeah, I'm gonna call it there, at least for the moment. I have to go out and get something to eat because, wow. But once I do that, I'll probably have time actually to come back and get back on stream, try to knock this thing out, at least get further along in it. So until then, if I don't see you, peace, and I'll be back tomorrow consecutively to knock this out if I don't come back tonight. And of course, for the folks on YouTube, if you were here this long through this whole thing, like it, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I need it. I need all of it. YouTube is like taking my rights away in terms of content creation, actively, apparently. So I appreciate any support I get. Peace out.